My powerful people, I'm welcome to my channel. I'm Chastity. For the people that have already subscribed, I should have told you guys that I was going to change my channel name from Encouraging Chas to Spiritual Chastity. I changed my name just because it resonated with me. It resonated with me better. And also, I should have told you guys, I'm still, I just started my YouTube channel in May, so I'm still getting used to everything. So if you couldn't find my channel, I apologize for that. But yes, it's no longer Encouraging Chas. It's Spiritual Chastity. So um, for people that have been here already, thank you for coming back. For the new people, welcome. And I'm going to get into, and oh, if you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm going to get into today's video. I wrote my notes down, which the topic is being patient and trusting God's timing. So, the thing is, like I've said in previous videos, being human, we all go through things, and sometimes you want to hurry things up, but the thing is, it's very important to trust God's timing. And I'll give you guys a quick little story time. I have many stories, but I'm gonna just give you a quick story time of how I had to trust God's timing. So I'm just gonna look at my notes real quick. So anyway, I used to work. Right now, currently I work at a hospital. But at the time, I was working at a grocery store years back, and I just started getting burnt out. I did like multiple jobs. I was a dishwasher. I helped in a bakery. I was doing the deli, and then ultimately, because of the pandemic in 2020, I became a cashier. So I got burnt out with the job. It wasn't a bad job. I really liked talking to people and everything. Um, but I knew, of course, I didn't always want to be a cashier. I always wanted to do something different and elevate myself. But for the time being, I was a cashier, and I really got sick and tired of the job. Over time, I was just sick and tired of it, and I just really started getting burnt out, really frustrated, feeling depressed. I really didn't want to go to work, and I just kept praying. I kept praying, and I was doing job applications, and you know, doing job applications and researching different jobs. But nothing was happening as fast as I would like, as fast as I wanted it to. So of course, I continue to pray. I visualize. I believe in manifestation. I visualize myself at a better job. I had interviews, but one job I just chose not to take, and the other one, they didn't go ahead with my application. So, I'm trying to make a long story short. So, let me just mention this. So, I saw a lot of my coworkers, they were leaving the company at the grocery store. They were getting jobs, and I even talked to one of my coworkers, Steven, and I told him about how to we were. He was really into manifesting too, and I talked to him, and he even explained to me when I was speaking to him about how to manifest a job. He got the job. So of course, I was happy for him, but in the back of my mind, I was like, I'm teaching him how to manifest. Why am I not manifesting a better job? So I started to, I definitely had to remind myself I'm not doing life alone, and I prayed. I prayed and asked God to help me, because I was at a point where I was just tired of going to work. I was frustrated. I was burnt out. I was feeling depressed, and um, I got an email from the company the hospital I work at now, and I told my sister about it, and I wasn't gonna do the. I had a day. It was actually my day off from my other job, so I told my sister about the job, and she was like, you better go ahead and you better do the application. You have to do it online. She said you better do the application because you're gonna, somebody else might get it, you might miss out. And I was just feeling so tired that day. And this was back in 2021. So I just did it. My sister is like 6 years older than me, and she gives me good advice, I give her good advice, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and listen to what my sister told me. Just go ahead and do the job. Just go ahead and do the application. So long story short, I got the interview, I got the job. I currently work there now. And I'm just so much happy. Of course, work can be frustrating for anybody, but I'm a lot happier now. And I say that to say I had to trust God's timing. I'm looking at everybody else get jobs, new jobs. Like I said about my coworker Steven, I told him how to manifest a job. He got it, but I'm telling him how to manifest, but when I'm working on manifesting, it's not working for me, or at least that's how I felt at times. So that's one way to really just trust God's timing. God knows what's right for you. He knows God has the perfect timing for when He needs to do something in your life. You have to learn to be patient. And I'm just looking at my notes. But you have to trust God's timing for sure. And because sometimes we want to rush and we want to get things done, and it may not be the best time. It could be things that could go wrong, or it could be so many reasons why God, or that door has not opened up for you, but God will open those doors for you for sure. And I'm looking over, I'm just looking at my notes. Another reason why it's good to trust God's timing is because you'll have less stress. The more I trust God, I'm almost 45 years old. I'll be 45 in November. And I've always been a spiritual person my whole life, ever since I was a little kid. I can remember being very spiritual, and I remember, being at my grandmother's house, and I would actually see spirits. I mean, that I'm just glad that doesn't happen now. But I've always been spiritual, and I've always trusted God. My great grandmother and my grandmother are no longer here, but they both taught me about. I was always a spiritual person, but they taught me more about God, and they taught me a lot. They taught me a lot more about being spiritual, and about being spiritual and about God. So you'll have less stress. When you trust God's timing, things will flow much better for you. Life is going to be so much better for you. You're going to have more peace. You're going to be less stressed, because even the job I currently have, when I was working at the grocery store, um, when I was working at the grocery store, I would even remind myself. This is when I had the job interview. This is before the company even called me. I just knew I had the job. I knew I had the job. I knew it. I felt it. I'm like, I prayed about it. I feel it in my spirit. I know I have this job. So you'll have less stress, and you'll have more peace. So, you'll have less stress. Trust God's timing, and you'll see how things will play out. And if you look back, you'll be like, well, I'm glad I did wait, or I'm glad that job, that door didn't open up. So the other thing, the last thing I want to talk about, I'm sorry, I'm sniffling. My allergies are messing with me. The last thing I want to talk about is God is working everything out. God is working out everything in your favor, and that's something that you honestly have to remind yourself of, because, um, like I said before, there's so many things that actually, if a door is closed in your life, there's other things that God could be protecting you from something. You know, God could be protecting you from something, or you might want a job like how I was. There's times I want something, but God knows better. He has better for you. So it's so important to trust that. Trust that He's working out everything in your life. He's guiding and directing your steps. He's guiding and directing your steps, and you really don't have anything. As human beings, we worry, but you really don't have anything to worry about. So I just want to go over what I said again really quick. Just just the titles of trust. For one, trusting God's timing. Number two, you have to, you will have less stress. And number three, God is working everything out. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I really appreciate all of you. And I just want to say that my goal for this channel is to, it's kind of like basically, it's spiritual, but it's also, it's a spiritual and encouraging. I want to inspire you, but I also want to, um, have it be spiritual and encouraging at the same time. Kind of like, almost like if you're speaking about God in a video, but also like a God plus motivational video. That's basically what I'm doing with my channel. And that's what I was doing even when I was encouraging Chaz. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I really do appreciate all of you, and just understand and trust God's timing, and everything will work out for you. We all have to be patient. We all have a lot to work on, but you won't be disappointed if you trust God's timing. Again, thank you for watching, and I appreciate all of you. All of you, take care.